Welcome to pattern making class. I'm your college instructor, Annette Julie, production pattern maker and fashion designer to the garment industry. And today we are working on our contour front bodice draft. This is in full scale. Please watch the prior videos to see how we got here. And now we're going to just go ahead and do a little bit of labeling so it can help you understand how to use this draft. We're also going to contour one of our darts so we can get a little bit of a semi-fit. So right underneath here, right underneath the bust mound here, this is the bust mound radius. And here we have our apex. So we can go ahead and label that a little bit clearer so everybody can see it. It's covered up by all of our pattern lines right now. But this right here in the center, that's our apex. Okay, so now what we're dealing with underneath this bust mound is we have gone out 3/8 of an inch and 3/8 of an inch from the lines that go all the way up to the apex. But we can have a line that's in between those, and we can use this as what's called a little bit more like of a semi-fit, so it's not as fitted. We could use this on a princess seam perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and divide that 3/8 of an inch in half. And dividing that in half right there. Okay, now the line that goes straight all the way up to the apex, both of those straight dart legs that we use to manipulate, we can create a little S-curve on here to help us with our semi-fit. And that line is 2 3/4 of an inch long, so we can go ahead and divide that in half and mark the middle of this line. Use my pen. Just dividing that line in half. And I'm going to do that on both of the long dart legs. Now I can draw what's called like a semi-fit, and I can come out here and draw a little bit of an S-curve. I can come out with the curve line and then hit, and then come back with the curve line like an S, and then hit the line that we just made. Okay, so that's a semi-fit. I've also drawn that here on this line, on this little piece of hard paper, and I wanted to show what we could do. We can go ahead and draw the same little curved line over here. So I've drawn it in pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and firm it up in ink. I've curved out, and I'm going to curve back in. Let's start. There we go. So we're creating an S-curve and we're creating a template. That line is nice and continuous. We're curving out and then back in. And I'm going to cut this. And I can come over and I can place this template on my line and trace that off. And then I can flip it and put it on the other line and trace that off as well. So if you're looking to create that matching line from one side to another, you can make a little hard paper or soft paper template. And we're drawing in our semi-fit line has a little bit more of a curve that we could use. Flipping it back over to the original side, which I did not draw in yet. And drawing in that curve line. That looks good. In order for us to see it, we can also do it in a contrast. Okay. Flip that over and match my line. Much easier to see. We'd bring that, of course, straight down to the waist, but let's draw the rest of that line in there so we can see it. And that line here is now our semi-fit. We would use that for a princess seam. We made our little template. Great for transferring, having lines be exactly the same. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to number all of the different spots that we contoured. Okay, up here in our neckline, that's number 1, and that's going to be, as I described before in the prior video, this is going to be for a cut out deep neckline. That's what we would use this line for pattern making in the future. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Over here in our low point of the shoulder, that's our number 2, and that would be used for a cutout armhole. Like if the armhole came in like that and we cut it out. So this would be for cut out armholes. That's our number 2. Then we're going to go down to the armhole. I'm going to grab a different contrast color pen. And this is going to be our number 3, right down here. I don't think that pen has a bright enough color. Let's go with this pink. That's a little better. Not much though. Let's call this our armhole ease area. So this is for armhole ease. If we wanted to take the ease away and out of our armhole, if we were making a little bustier. Number 3, armhole ease. Then we're going to go on to number 4, down here at the waist, dart area. And this would be used for umpire style lines, which is one of my favorite. And this, like I said, this is for the umpire style line. And that would be a pattern that would cut right through this area under the bust and have a seam. So that's number 4. And number 5, out here at the center front, This is our number 5. And this is used specifically for contouring between the bust. And this would be used for a corset or bustier if we're going down here and we would need to pinch in the pattern so it would not gape. We want to contour and have it fit. So that is number 5, and that, like I said, that's contouring between the bust. And that would be, you know, like I said, specifically this would be for like a corset or a bustier or a deep V neck. This is in the front, right? Also, you could do the deep V neck in the back. So that's our number 5 spot there. The number 6, we're going to jump back up to the shoulder. That's number 6. And this is going to be for our shoulder slope. And that's like, you know, if we had a garment that had a little narrow strap right between this area, we might pinch down the pattern here. A little strap that comes across that was attached. Now we're going to go over to our side seam where we took that area in. And we're on to number 8 because we're going to use number 7 in the back for something specific. So over here on our side seam where we went in that 1/2 of an inch, this is number 8. And this is specifically used for our side seam ease and sleeveless. We could take all the ease away and that would be perfect for a sleeveless garment. Now, that's looking pretty good for our front, and we're going to continue on with the back in the next video. This is Annette Julie, and thanks for checking out my next video.